soir. Et j'entends de la musique, les rires qui éclatent et rebondissent autour de moi. Une portée à la boule qui nous traîne, nous entraîne, les comptes et l'autre. Une portée à la boule qui nous traîne, nous entraîne, les comptes et l'autre. Une portée à la boule qui nous traîne, nous entraîne, les comptes et l'autre.
Thought you'd find a way. Glad you could make it. No need to hype this one up, but we thought we would anyway.
I must ask this of you, England. What shall we see? The promise, and only that,
Eric Dyer smashes it!
of ancients turned grey,
They had it won, they had the job done.
the luster of a generation, golden, yet dimmed. Not your deeds, but still your shackles, your irons. Free yourself, England. Rise like lions.
Did you sleep well, my beauty? In your deep, long dreams, did you fly? Or in truth, did you fear? Fear you were forever trapped. A dry gore, the dragon under the mountain. Awake now.
Wales, Wales in!
Stir. For out there you can spread your wings in the sun-kissed air.
Gun attack! And the party will begin! England paid for a lack of concentration.
So, England, what will you do when the dragon comes?
Ooh, heck. And this is the situation in Group B. A win for Wales will guarantee a place in the second round. England a third after Slovakia beat Russia yesterday. Anything less than victory will really pile the pressure on Roy Hodgson and his team. A big game demands a big studio. In the white corner, it's Alan Shearer and Rio Ferdinand. In the red corner, Dean Saunders and John Hartz. And if you've not been with us for the past half hour on BBC Two, here is how the two teams line up, starting with Wales. Wayne Hennessy returns in goal after missing the Slovakia game with a back spasm. The back three of Chester, Williams and Davis stays the same. Joe Ledley starts just 39 days after fracturing his leg. He comes in for Dave Edwards. Bale and Ramsey will have licence to roam and will look to hit England on the counter-attack. Hal Robson-Kanu scored the winner off the bench against Slovakia. He replaces Johnny Williams. England, as expected, are unchanged from the team that drew 1-1 with Russia. Regular number one Joe Hart is in goal. Tottenham's Danny Rose and Kyle Walker play alongside Cahill and Smalling. Wayne Rooney and Dele Alli continue in a midfield three alongside Eric Dyer. In attack, Raheem Sterling keeps his place. He and Adam Lallana will get up in support of Harry Kane. Well, it's almost 20 years to the day since England played Scotland in their second group game at Euro '96. Roy's boys face a similar scenario today.
Roy, an unchanged starting 11 for England. If Wales go the same way and play three at the back, with your three up front, this could be a very exciting open game.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, but Wales have been very consistent with their system for a long time now, and they play it well. And I'm certain the three centre-backs will get good help from both Gunter and Taylor. So I'm sure we'll be finding a well-packed defence from time to time, but I hope it'll be an exciting game because there's been so much interest in it, and people back at home are so keen to see a good game of football, so I hope they don't get disappointed.
You've played in many big occasions, you've woken up on the morning of tournament fixtures before, but tell me, was there an extra frisson of excitement on a morning of a game of this magnitude and this importance and this much chatter around a match?
Yes, but I think probably there was. I mean, it doesn't seem to change an awful lot. I'm always hoping one day that after having had so many games, you'll wake up and feel calmer, more relaxed and less nervous and anxious about the result. But that doesn't seem to happen. It always seems to be the same sort of feeling. And in particular this game, you're quite right. It's a special game because it's the European Championships and it's England versus Wales. And back in England, there's such enormous interest in it, so you can't deny that this game today is special for everybody. But I think once the whistle blows, then it'll settle down to a game of football, and that's when I start to feel more comfortable, and I think the players feel more comfortable.
After all the talk about Harry Kane prior to the tournament, it was actually his Tottenham teammate Eric Dyer who opened England's account at the tournament. The defensive midfielder who learnt his craft at Sporting Lisbon is fast becoming a fixture in Roy Hodgson's starting 11.
By royal consent, the collection of art here at the Musée Condy in Chantilly has remained largely untouched since 1898. Eric Dyer could be an England masterpiece of the future. Right now, he's fast emerging as one of Roy Hodgson's most prized possessions. So your goal against Russia, there was a little conflab about who was going to take that free kick. Tell us how that conversation went.
We'd sort of organised it beforehand, who would take it where, because we've been practicing, since we've been away, and Harry hits a different style of free kick and Wayne took the first one, so thankfully he trusted me to take that one, and it went well.
And you don't take those for Spurs, do you?
I scored quite a few actually for Sporting, the B team and in the academy. It was something I always enjoyed doing, but obviously at Tottenham it just never happened. Yeah, Christian Eriksen is a very good free kick taker, and you can't complain when he scores, so I have no complaint there really. But
you've given him some food for thought anyway for
next season. I've given him some food for thought. Hopefully I'll get on some now, yeah.
You've had an incredible 12 months and you're playing in this deep midfield role now for England, which seems to really suit you. Is that where you're enjoying your football the most?
Ever since I was young, I've always played in lots of different positions, I've enjoyed it. Sometimes I don't enjoy the tags that come with it, but...
Such as?
Like utility man. I think that puts a bit of a downer on it, yeah. But I've enjoyed every position I've played in. I wouldn't mind if tomorrow the manager told me I had to play somewhere else. As long as I'm playing, I'm delighted. But obviously this position has given me a lot and I'm enjoying it a lot, so hopefully long may it continue.
How does your football education in Portugal, do you think, contribute to how well you play in this position?
I think it gave me a real footballing brain, I think, and their idea of a good player was a player that would make a mistake and fix it by himself, correct it by himself without having to be told. For them, that was someone with footballing intelligence, and I think probably that's the main thing I learned there.
Have you noticed a difference in the intensity of the build-up to this Wales game?
Obviously we know the players, but I don't think we've prepared in any different way, to be honest, to the Russia game. This will be a different experience to that one, but at the same time, I don't think there's any more added pressure. Every game in this tournament is going to be massive for us.
Eric Dyer, one of 5 Tottenham players in the England team. Take note, Rio, 5 Tottenham players in the England team. But the two that interest you are the 2 full-backs, Alan. I suppose the full-back roles on both sides are really important in this
Absolutely. Wales' wing-backs and our full-backs. It will be, I think, play a huge part in who comes out on top today, because we saw
them become almost like a first centre-half in front, but if they don't talk and communicate, Bow, Ramsey, Robson-Kanu will absolutely isolate and run beyond. And if they get going, them guys, they can motor and it'd be hard to catch them once they go.
Certainly can. Another of Tottenham's quintet Harry Kane. You've been a little bit critical of him, if I can get my
Well,
words out.
I'm delighted he's been given another chance because I am a fan of his, but certainly in the last 2 games for England I've watched, he's looked really heavy-legged. He hasn't had a lot of energy about him. He did not touch the ball in the box once against Russia. That cannot be right for a centre forward, Gary. Now, they've got him taking corners, which I can't understand, and he's got to get past him there. Again, look, into the box there. And it just wasn't his night. I totally understand that everyone has an off day and they're allowed to do that. If he gets into the right position, there's no doubt he can score goals. He's playing against 3 centre-halves. When I was a centre-forward, I used to love that because I used to go and stand right in the middle of them and say, right, who's going to come and mark me? And it'll mix them up. If 1 or 2 come to mark you, there has to be a space for Dele Alli to run into or run into behind, or Lallana or Sterling.
Do you have stuck with him?
Yeah, well, I think he deserves it. I think he's I think you went a few games during your England career without scoring. You need that support, and I think if you're going to build your team around someone, he's demanded that for his performances the last 2 seasons.
He has to perform today, though. He has to go out and put in the performance.
He needs to repay that.
A goal, yeah.
OK, well, with 3 points in the bag, the mood in the Wales camp is more relaxed. Together, stronger. Very much the rallying call from Chris Coleman.
Come on, Wales! Chris Coleman's men have freed Welsh football from the shackles of their history. So come on, Ramsey, let's set the world alight. When Gareth Bale plays, we can beat any side. So come on, Wales! So come on, Wales! Together stronger, we'll win if we unite.
Chris, when this fixture was announced 6 months ago, there were quite a few gasps from the audience. It's finally here, but is it just still another game?
We're only going to get 3 points, of course. It's the most you can get, and the 90 minutes will come and go. I understand the interest because it's being billed as a Battle of Britain, but we've got to take the emotion out of it. Of course, we know who the opposition is, and they know who we are, but we've got to concentrate on all the things that's made us a good team. So, we've got to take the emotion out of it as best we can. And if we do that and we play to our capabilities, then this could be a good day for us.
You're starting 11, 3 changes. Talk us through them.
Yeah, I think that, it's 3 games in close proximity. So we were always going to change, really, the 11. Because it's the end of the tournament's at the end of a hard season for most players, and going into the first game, 1 or 2 changes were forced upon us. In this game, going into it, we're able to change 1 or 2 as well, because we're trying to make sure that the guys are as fresh as they possibly can be for the 3 games. So we got 1 or 2 guys back that weren't in the starting 11 against Slovakia, but they've all got a lot of experience. It's good to have Wayne back on the back of Danny Ward's fantastic performance for us against Slovakia, and of course Wayne's experiences has given him the nod today. But no, we're in a good place, and we're looking forward to this challenge.
Chris, thank you.
The first player scored a major tournament since Terry Medwin.
My agent actually messaged me.
Is that right?
There was a thing with my picture saying 21,000 days since we last scored at a major tournament.
I'll say that. Yeah, is that right?
I've got a picture on my phone.
Oh, brilliant. 21,179. Ready? So, 21,179 days since a Welsh player scored at a major tournament. You were the guy who got it.
It's a good stat, that.
Thanks, Gary.
Done your homework.
I'll always do, mate. Always do.
Bale for Wales, in! Completely fooled Kozacic!
Obviously, the first goal was incredible, and I think it showed in the celebrations after that it was nice to celebrate with the whole team, everybody involved, and I think that epitomises what we are as a team.
See, people think you just get up there and you smash it, but you do your homework as well.
We analyse the opposition every game, and yeah, there's been certain clips where I've seen the keeper take a gamble step over, and yeah, obviously you do your homework as you've done, and and yeah, you get the rewards.
On paper, yes, there are teams who are better, but collectively, Wales are a very, very good side.
Yeah, definitely, and we're starting to believe it. You can't cover their position, you do it for them, and if you have to make an unselfish run to make some space for another player, you do that also. So we're a very tight-knit unit. We work for each other, and we always say as long as we give 100% and have no regrets, then we can't do any more.
England, Battle of Britain, ready?
Of course, we always are. We know it's going to be a massive game, not just because it's in the Euros, but because of the two countries. But yeah, we're fully ready and ready to fight. We're in good form at the moment. We've got the right pride, the right passion, as every Wales team, no matter what sport it is, has. And we're a team that's grown, we're getting stronger, getting confident, and the belief's there now. I think not just with us players, but now with the fans. It's a snowball effect, and we want to keep riding it.
We're not going to do a combined England-Wales 11, no point, is there?
No, 11 Wales players, easy.
There you go.
Well, every team needs a star, doesn't it, Dean? And boy, Wales have got one.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's as close as it is to having a one-man team at times. I mean, we scored 11 goals in the qualifying campaign. He scored 7, made the other 2. I think it was 80% of the goals we score, he's involved in them. And he can do everything.
It's interesting, John, isn't it? Because when he's with Real Madrid, he's quite reserved, isn't he? But with Wales, he becomes this kind of big leader.
Yes, he's become like you know, he sticks his chest out when he comes and represents Wales. If you like, at Real Madrid, you got Pepe, Ramos, Ronaldo. He's looked second in command, if you like. Although he's been fantastic, 2 Champions Leagues in the last 3 years for Real Madrid. But when he's with Wales, he's vibrant. He's allowed to lead by Chris, the manager. He's got great confidence, and there's nothing he can't do. We played with a player called Mark Hughes, Sparky, and we remember saying after training once, Sparky, there's nothing you can't do. You can head, you can volley, you can strike it with both feet. Gareth Bale is
hey, we both
there's nothing he can't do as a player.
You coached him, haven't you? You've coached Gareth and I have.
Well, I looked at him.
We'll take a bit of credit. We were fortunate to watch him training.
Just left him to it. Is he wise, though? Is he wise to wind up the English players with this stuff? The Welsh are more passionate, England are under more pressure. Is that sensible?
He's just trying to find a chink in the armour. He's just saying to the England guys, come on. He's trying to wind them up, and that's why it's very important for England to play the game, not the occasion.
Yeah. But you know what as well, is that Roy Hodgson won't need to do a team talk now. The lads would have all been talking about this around the hotel, on the training ground. Have you heard what he said? They'll be showing each other, have a look at this. Yeah. That's a stimulant. That's
the
a
danger
stimulant
is
if they even needed one.
The younger players take it the wrong way, and they show their passion in the wrong way.
But
Dele Alli and Dyer.
That's why you've got Rooney in there.
Yeah,
to
just
keep
tell
the
them
reins
calm
on
down.
people like that, and they can look at him as an experienced guy.
Yeah, it too much notice.
The one thing you can say about this Wales team is that Leicester have proved this season that you get team ethic.
So Wales are ahead at half-time. England dominated much of the game, Alan, but ultimately it's the scoreline that counts.
Yeah, England have dominated possession, but for all their possession, they haven't worked the goalkeeper once. Not good enough. Robson Kanu was bullying our 2 centre-halves. He's shown great aggression running in behind, holding the ball up. He's given his team an outlet. We haven't seen anywhere near enough from Raheem Sterling, and Roy has to change it at half-time. He has to bring another forward on because Sterling has not given us enough.
As for Wales, the game plan's worked.
Well, we haven't played very well at all. England have been a better team, but you know, one strike from Gareth there, magnificent strike, but Joe Hart's got to save it for me. And we got a visible lift. You could see the players lift because we were on the rack there at one point. Sterling's had a great chance to score and missed, and England have got to score goals.
England 70% possession, Rio, but ultimately not carved out too many chances.
Yeah, you've got to, when you get a chance, you've got to put it away. At this level, you can't keep getting chances. We've got chances in the first game, didn't put them away. This game the same. It's fell to Raheem Sterling this time. He has to put that away and really give us a chance to have a bit of breathing space and to relax into the game. And we've looked a bit nervy throughout the game. A few passes going astray here and there, but we've had the possession again, but we've got to have that killer instinct.
The difference so far, Gareth Bale, John, ultimately.
Well, that's right, you've stepped up and we're going to talk about the goal. But for me, I agree with Dean, Wales have been poor. Uncharacteristically giving the ball away. Started in the very first 10 seconds, Ashley Williams. Not decisive enough. Harry Kane got through and got the ball. But we've got the goal. I'm not sure whether we can hold out and defend for 45 minutes, but we have got the all-important first goal.
Certainly has. Only 2 players in the history of the European Championships have scored from 2 direct free kicks in the same tournament. Michel Platini in '84 and Thomas Hassler in 1992. And Gareth Bale joins them.
It's a brilliant strike. Let's get that.
A swerve coming, but
I don't know why you've got to be one side of the goal. When the ball's middle of goal,
that
normally,
far out.
yeah, you could, if you moved the actual ball and just stood there and said, right, here we are, beat me from, I'm going to be centre of goal.
To be honest, though,
the ball doesn't go in
that's
the net.
almost what he did. I mean, he
was
was there with his hands, wasn't he? But he just...
I agree with you. I think he starts further to the right. I think he leaves too much room on that left-hand side, gives himself a little bit too much to do.
You could have 100 of them with no wall there, and you wouldn't score from that range.
Gareth
There's
Bale
no wall
might.
there.
Gareth Bale might, judging by what's happened in the first few days of this tournament. Raheem Sterling, great chance for England early on a breakaway.
Yeah, he has to score.
He's got a slot that. It's perfect, comes right in front of his feet. Why does he end up on the floor? He shouldn't even be stretching. A finisher there comes onto the ball and he hits it.
He's not a finisher though, is he?
I think when I think Alan's going to talk about it in an instant in a minute. But when if you're playing someone narrow alongside Harry Kane, two of them, surely one of them's got to be a striker because you're going to get that opportunity when you play narrow like that. And if you've got someone who's accustomed to being in that position all the time and who's playing narrow there, they're going to put it in the back of the net.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it, Alan? If you're going to go with a 4-3-3, you expect the two wide players of Kane to be wide, but
even more so, Gary, when you're playing against three centre halves, Sterling has got to get out on the touchline there. Give us a little bit of width. I know Rose is there, but then if that ball's switched there, you're asking a question of the right wing back Gunter. You're also asking a question of that other centre half there. So yes, the ball's been moved out there, but look at Sterling inside in front. They've not stretched the three centre halves. They've not asked enough questions of the wing backs. Yes, England have had the possession, but they haven't done anywhere near enough with it.
OK, well, Wales lead at half-time. Northern Ireland are also in action today after losing the opening game against Poland. Michael O'Neill's men face Ukraine. Let's hear from defender Johnny Evans.
Johnny, after the game on Sunday, you told me you were mentally and physically drained. How will Northern Ireland lift themselves for another big game?
You know, it's another game for us to enjoy. Stamp our authority more in the game and you know, hopefully put in a better performance than what we did. You know, I mean, we didn't play really badly against Poland, but you know, at certain times in the game, we would have liked to maybe created more chances going forward and put them under a bit more pressure.
Despite the defeat, how much did you all enjoy the experience?
Yeah, it was amazing. You know, we were talking on the way back on the bus after the game, and we were saying that, you know, regardless of the way the game went, the result, you know, everything leading up to it's probably been one of the best things as footballers we'll ever experience in our careers, and it was just an amazing occasion, and you know, one that I think, you know, we're all thankful to be part of.
When a team loses, your team loses, can you take any satisfaction in your own personal performance on the biggest stage?
No, it's difficult to do that. I mean, I think we all put a lot of effort into that match. We're defending for our lives, we're sprinting to cover each other, and I think that's something we can be proud of. You know, we worked hard for each other.
Has the confidence taken a bit of a dent, or is the morale still very much high looking into this next game?
No, the morale's high. I mean, the things that we know that we can improve on, you know, are very simple things, and you know, that gives us the belief that, you know, we're here to enjoy this experience. But like I say, we also want to, you know, not let the game pass us by and get something out of the game as much as we can. We want to, you know, get the ball forward quicker and, you know, put the opposition under pressure, and I think they'll definitely see a bit more of an exciting match.
We'll have highlights of Northern Ireland versus Ukraine and Germany against Poland on BBC Two at 11:15 p.m. Tomorrow, the Czech Republic take on Croatia, BBC One 4:45. And there's highlights of Italy, Sweden and Spain versus Turkey at 11:20. Back to the game, and Gabby's caught up with Danny Murphy and Ian Rush.
Danny, the goal. Joe Hart, he'll be disappointed with that. As good as Gareth Bale is and as brilliant, as mercurial as he is, he should have saved that.
He should have saved it. It's a long way out. He didn't move his feet quickly enough. It's a mistake, Gabby. It's hugely disappointing after dominating the half for long periods, but we haven't really made enough chances. Now we've got to up the tempo. I'd probably like to see one or two changes at half-time just to add some injection of pace into the side and try and get behind that Welsh back five.
Wales absorbed so much pressure, and the energy that they're having to give out, Ian Rush, you know, to contain that England attacking lineup, which really, you know, they played for most of the half down there. So how are they going to keep that up for another 45 minutes?
Well, I think the goals give them a boost. I think for them to do for 90 minutes is difficult, but once you score a goal, you've got something to work on, and that's what they do. They will be tired, there will be changes changes made by Wales after about an hour or so, but they've got something to hold on to now, and it's a massive boost for Wales, this goal.
And it came against the run of play, but you know if Gareth Bale has an opportunity, and Wayne Rooney will be kicking himself, won't he, that he allowed Robson Kanu to get into him there.
It's still a long way out. You've got to give the odd foul away. Listen, we've made a few chances, but we're not clinical enough in front of goal. We've seen that in the first game. We've seen it again today. We need to get our goal scorers on the pitch somehow. I'd like to see Sturridge personally.
And you think that'll happen early on, because he was resistant, wasn't he, in Marseille to make changes?
Well, I spoke to Roy before the game, and he said Sturridge has been on fire in training. So I'm thinking he might go with him first.
OK, thank you, guys.
Welcome to Lens, the fixture of Euro 2016. And away we go. 3 lions, 1 dragon. It sounds like the stuff of legend. And Sterling can't keep it down. Bale. Walker couldn't dare risk challenging him. Rooney's lifting one towards Cahill. And Kane goes for it. It's blocked. Was it blocked by a hand? Gareth Bale with a moment of absolute magic.
Yes, that Gareth Bale goal, the only one in the first half. Rio, would you like to see Roy Hodgson make changes at half-time, or do you think he'll wait a while?
I think immediate substitutions. I think you need to get someone with goal-scoring instincts. 5 strikers brought on the plane to the Euros, and I think we need to see at least one of them right now.
Which one would you prefer to see, Alan? Come on.
I would bring Vardy on. I might even bring both of them on, actually. I think he's got to make a change, because at the minute it's not working for him. He's not shifting the centre-halves around enough. He's not getting in behind, and we're certainly not getting any width. He's got players who are in form now on the bench, who have been in form, and he's got to use them.
Sometimes when you're a goal ahead, it's difficult to know whether to stick or twist. What do you expect Wales to do, Dean? I suppose they sat back in the first half anyway.
Same again. We're getting forced back, because England are a good team. We're getting forced back to start with. We've got to keep the ball better. But the first pass that we nick back has got to stick so we can get up the pitch. But I think Chris will be looking at Joe Ledley, Joe Allen. They've been injured. I think Joe Allen's been ill overnight. So he'll be looking at them close. He's got David Edwards, Andy King he can bring on. Keep the engine going in the middle of the pitch.
We're hearing from Lens that Sturridge didn't join all the other players in the warm-up on the pitch. He stayed in the dressing room. Does that perhaps signify he might be coming on, John? Or?
Yes, you may well see Daniel Sturridge, and he is one player that can produce something out of the ordinary.
A win would see them top the group. Wales are second, and a point against Russia is likely to be enough to put them through, either as runners-up or as one of the 4 best third-place teams. A word on Wales, Dean Saunders.
Well, I was so close to getting a result, but in the end, I think all credit to Roy Hodgson. He's put players with a goal-scoring instinct on the pitch. They look as if they'd run out of ideas at one point, but Vardy, that's not coincidence. The ball drops to him in front of the goalkeeper. He does that every week. Sturridge, when he picked the ball up, I thought, oh no, because he's looking at, he can see the chance if he can play a 1-2 with someone. But credit to the manager, he gets enough criticism. He's made his substitutions positive, and they've scored right at the last minute, sickening for the boys, but both countries are still in it.
OK, back to Lens, so we can hear from the Welsh goal scorer, Gareth Bale accentuated the positive there, the fact that Wales are still very much in it. But what did you make of England's performance overall, Rio?
I think they were probing, they were pushing on forward, which was great to see in the second half. The 2 full-backs have pushed further on forward, and he brought the strikers on. I think we criticised him last game in the media, especially for his substitutions. We have to give him credit this time. He's thrown the strikers on. He brought 5 strikers, and that's the reason why. So he can go on and flood the box. And chances fell, and they fell to the right people.
Yeah. As for Wales, John, a gallant performance, but ultimately outplayed, do you think?
Yeah, well, towards the end of the game there, well, more or less than most of the second half, Gary, I thought there was one team trying to win the game, and that was England, and Wales were trying to hold on. I thought the application, the desire, the commitment from the Welsh players was there, as always, but we were just beaten by a stronger team who just showed that little bit more quality, which England have, that we didn't today.
Wales led at half-time, of course. It was vital that England came out in the second half. Roy Hodgson made 2 changes, brought on 2 strikers, Sturridge and Vardy, and almost immediately Vardy scored. I think he scored 4 goals out of 5 shots on target in his England career.
Goal, and neither is Sturridge's goal.
Yeah. But the quality on the pitch in the right areas. You had the two strikers came on, and they had to defend against them then. So you had the three centre-halves occupied, which allowed space for other people. The full-backs were all in forward, Rooney in behind, and Dele Alli started to have a little bit more influence on the game. But I thought that the manager done well today. You have to give him the credit, really do.
We can hear from England's first goal scorer, the first Leicester player ever to score at a major tournament for England, Jamie Vardy.
Jamie, congratulations. You came on, instant impact with the goal. What was it like sitting on the bench and wanting to be a part of that match?
I think everyone wants to be a part of the playing or starting lineup, but it's a team game. There's 23 of us, and we're all in this together. So to come off the bench, you want to try and make an impact, and luckily I have today.
In the dressing room at half-time, we noticed you didn't come out, Daniel Sturridge didn't come out. Obviously, the boss had told you were coming on. What else was said there? Because England had the lion's share of possession, the territory, but Wales were defending magnificently.
Yeah, we thought we were playing well, so the message was simple. It was just to carry on doing exactly what we were doing, and hopefully the goals would have come, and today they have.
Tell us what it was like to play in that atmosphere. It was incredible out there today.
Yeah, it's good wherever we play. Our fans, they're brilliant, always nice and loud, and like you say, sometimes it can be the 12th man.
And of course, the manager's shown great faith in his substitutions, but also the young players. And there, Marcus Rashford came on and looked very relaxed in that environment.
Yeah, he does definitely. He's got a good future ahead of him, and that's the reason why he's in the squad. And obviously, we'll be back on the training pitch now, and looking forward to Slovakia.
And you're in control of your destiny now.
Well, we just want to take each game as they come, and we've got the win today, so like I say, hopefully the next game we'll get another win to top the group.
Does that goal, do you think, put you in contention for a starting place?
We'll have to wait and see. Obviously I'll be trying my hardest in training, so we'll find out next game.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.
Certainly won't do him any harm. He also played a part in the winning goal, didn't he? With his back to goal, people said, when they're playing deep, it doesn't really suit Vardy, but perhaps he proved them wrong on that particular occasion. But anyway, let's remind ourselves about how Wales took the lead, John, with a very similar free kick to it.
Again, I thought he was the one that was wanting to dictate the play. He was the one that was prepared to grab the game by the scruff of the neck in the second half and drive everyone forward. And I thought he played very well, yeah.
That midfield area was kind of dominated by England. Wales couldn't get out, could they, Dee?
No, and we couldn't. The first pass, when you win it back, we couldn't keep the ball. But I agree with what you said. Walker and Rose are like Olympic athletes for 90 minutes, going up and down the pitch. And they caused us all sorts of problems.
They certainly did. Let's hear from Adam Lallana.
Adam, congratulations. That was a real team effort from England today. The manager throwing on the substitutions very early in the game there, and obviously you played a huge part in that performance today. Describe what it was like to be out there.
These are the games you want to be playing in, representing your country at a major tournament. And we said before the tournament kicked off, we're going to need every 23 men of the squad, and today's just shown that. The manager's made a couple of changes and both got on the score sheet and were a massive part in what's a huge win for us.
And after that disappointment of conceding so late on against Russia, it didn't seem to diminish any of the belief out there in England's attacking play, and the speed of the ball actually in the second half was really impressive.
Yeah, well, the pitch was a bit dry. I know it's the same for both teams. So we said at half-time maybe we need to quicken things up a little bit, a few more combinations, and that with a bit of patience. I thought we were brilliant. We started well in the second half, got the goal, and we just kept plugging away and got the goal in the last minute. Off the back of conceding against Russia last minute, it's kind of nice to get one in the last minute.
And what about the rivalry, the whole Wales-England thing, the build-up for the week there, that England seemed to be very much containing that and not getting too caught up in the whole atmosphere. But could you enjoy the atmosphere there?
Of course, it's everyone's job to build it up. England v Wales is a massive occasion, but we kind of know that we just wanted to do our talking on the pitch, and it's still early days yet. We're not sure if we're through. Wales are not sure if they're through, so it was a great occasion and it's nice to come out on top.
But you control your destiny now.
Yes, it's a great position to be in, 4 points with one game remaining, which is going to be tough. But now we're full of confidence and can't wait for Monday.
Hearing from Adam Lallana there kind of brings us on to the width aspect of England's play, which second half was provided by the fullbacks, but in the first half with their system there was a lack of width.
Well, we stretched them. They were very comfortable. Give us the width. Sterling, like he should have been in the first half, and that was the change that had to be made. And I thought it worked at half time for the changes.
OK, we're going to get a few words from the England captain Wayne Rooney, but first, for you Wales fans, we're not ignoring Wales. They just haven't come out the dressing room yet, so we hope to hear from them before we go off air. But let's hear from the England captain.
OK. Congratulations, Wayne. It was a magnificent England performance. The result left late.
Yeah, it was. I think first half, I think we've done okay actually, but we just had to move the ball quicker. Unfortunate to go in 1 down, and second half, the managers made some positive changes, and it's paid off for us. I thought we were fantastic second half. Moved the ball, made Wales work hard, kept the ball, kept probing at them, and we got the win in the end. So I think we showed a lot of character today, and I'm sure everyone in the dressing room will be delighted.
The manager has spoken quite a lot over the last couple of weeks about how this is a squad. This is about the substitutions being as important to the starting 11 in any of these matches, and in a tournament you need that strength in depth, and England have proved they have that today.
Yeah, you do, and I think we know as a group of players we're not just an 11-man team. We've got 23 players in our squad who are all capable, and we're all confident and trust each other that whoever's playing, they'll do a good job. And I think it's shown today what a good squad we've got. Some very exciting players, and we played some great stuff. I think it's just a great feeling to win the game the way we did, and that'll almost qualify us now. And with 1 game to go, and we'll have to finish the job off on Monday.
You can finish top of the group.
Yeah, we can. So at half time we had to believe that we could win the game. We kept going, we kept pushing, and we got it. So I think it was a great victory, but I fully deserve them.
And tell us, as somebody who knows him well, how pleased you were for Marcus Rashford to come out there, and he's now the youngest player in a tournament for England.
Yeah, he'll be delighted. I haven't actually seen any of the players yet being drug tested, so not allowed in the dressing room, but I'm sure he's delighted, and I'm really pleased for him. I seen today, I think it was 112 days ago we made his debut for Man United, and he's now playing the biggest stage for England, so it's a great story, and we're all pleased for him.
Well done.
Thank you.
Wayne Rooney there, expressing his thoughts on the end of the game. Interesting in this tournament, we've seen quite a few late goals. Before that, Wales were very valiant in their defending, John. I mean, it really was, getting in the way of everything, weren't they? Blocking, very gallant.
Yeah, they were. I thought they defended really well all afternoon, actually. We talk about the England efforts on goal, amount of shots that they had, but...
Change room. Like you as well, Dean. I think they can't be too despondent with that. They're still with a shot at qualifying.
It's always painful though.
It's
when
painful
you
to lose. I know it's against England and the last minutes of a game, but seeing Ashley Williams speak to the team after, I'm sure he'll be saying to them, listen, it's been a big game. We've put up a lot of effort, a lot of sweat left out on the pitch, but we've got a game to go, and we will qualify. Will be what the message you'll be sending.
He's a real leader, isn't he, Ashley?
Yeah, brilliant. And just hoping that Joe Ledley's not re-damaged his leg again, because that's him out of the tournament if he has. But I thought they fought. Commitment was there from everybody. England had too much class, so really we just got to get our chins up, move on to the next game. It was important we got 3 points in the first game, so this doesn't damage us that much.
OK, well, they're out of the dressing room, and let's hear from the captain, Ashley Williams.
Ash, a devastating way to end the game. You must have gone through a full range of emotions over that 90 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. It's tough, obviously, for everyone. But we've got another game on Monday, so it's a quick turnaround, and we've spoken in the dressing room already. We won't get down about it. So, it hurts, obviously. Just like the fans, everyone involved. It was close to getting another point. We didn't get it. That's football sometimes, and we've all felt like this before. This one a little bit more. But we will have to get over it. We stick together as a squad, and we go again.
As we've come to expect from this team, defensively you dug in. Did you think you'd done enough?
Oh, you haven't done enough until the final whistle blows. We knew, we've seen late goals in this tournament already, and we knew to concentrate and keep focused and right up until the last whistle. And then there's a little deflection and a quick snapshot finish, which is a good finish. And it wasn't that we switched off. I don't think it was just that one of those things really.
And finally, like you say, the group is still possible to qualify. How difficult is it going to be though to lift the side after losing a match in such a way?
No, it'd be fine. As I say, we've already spoken there. A few of us have spoke, manager spoke, and we know what it is. It hurts. We'll get back on the plane. We'll regroup. We'll stick together. Tomorrow we'll do something together as a squad. We'll get over it. And at the end of the day, we've got 3 points out of 2 games. And we can still qualify. We've got another game, and it's all about now just recovering from this one, focusing on the next one, and making sure we go through the group.
Well, the captain's saying all the right things, Dean, as you would expect. Togetherness, they're still very much in this tournament. That's the important thing, isn't it, to remember?
Yeah, that's what I said. It was important we got 3 points in the first one, so that if we lost the second one to England, we can still get through.
Okay, and Russia don't look that strong either. From what we've seen, they've been poor in both games, haven't they?
They're struggling, and their manager's in even more trouble. Looking at him, he might not make the game.
Okay, well, Chris Coleman, the Welsh manager, is ready to talk to us.
Okay, recording.
Chris, England experienced almost exactly the same feelings in their game against Russia, a last-minute goal that denied them a victory, pretty much a last-minute goal that's denied you a point today.
Yeah, I think a point for us would have been fantastic. They're a very good team, very strong. Congratulations to Roy. He made some good substitutions, and you know we knew they were going to press us and push us back, so we knew we were going to have to ride our luck a little bit. But I felt we did that, at certain times, and most of the time, we looked quite strong. And although they had a lot of possession, we weren't really that worried. So the 2 goals we give away, we're disappointed with. It was just unfortunate. And when you go into a game of this magnitude and up against that quality, you've got to do something special, to get something out of it. But I thought the guys, they showed such heart, and they stuck in the game, and with 30 seconds or 60 seconds remaining to give up that point that we worked so hard to get was disappointing, and the players obviously absolutely gutted. But we can't hang on to this feeling, because we've got Russia now in the last game. So this will hurt tonight, but then we've got to put it to bed. We've got to move on. We're here to get through to the last 16. We always said that. Said it wasn't. If you're from Wales, everybody looked at this game because it's against England. But for me, it was always about. It was the middle game of 3. We're disappointed. We're gutted. Now we've got to move on. We've got to put this to bed. We've got to show a reaction when we play on Monday against a tough Russian team, and knowing if we get a good result, then we're still in the tournament, and so it's still all to play for.
It's a very energy-sapping and energy-consuming game your team have to play, because they have to absorb so much pressure. When you look over at the England bench, there's a little bit of envy there that they have so much talent to choose from.
Of course, they've got, when you bring in on the likes of Vardy and Sturridge, and the top quality of Sterling's coming off the pitch, and Harry Kane, these are the top players. So, but we knew that before we started. We knew we were going to be up against it, and it was a good old-fashioned British derby game. I said that before the game, it would be. And like I say, we knew they were going to have a lot of possession, because they do that to most teams. They're such a good team. Coming into the tournament, they've been on such a good run. So they were disappointed with the point, obviously, against the Russians in the first game. But we knew that wasn't going to deter them. They were going to be strong. And they never disappointed us, and I hope we never disappointed them in the fact that we gave them a good game and we pushed them right up until the last minute. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be.
Best of luck against Russia.
Thank you. Cheers.
John, is there anything more that you feel perhaps Chris Coleman could have done?
Not really. I don't think he will dwell too much on the result. Rightly so, he'll be disappointed. So will the players be disappointed, because they were a minute away from getting a result at the end of the day. But they've got 4 days now to recover. They've got another tough game. It looks like Wales will qualify as one of the best placed third finishers. But we will feel they need to prepare now and go again against Russia in 4 days.
OK, we're just hearing that the official man of the match was England's Kyle Walker. And Rio, we thought he was terrific up and down that right-hand side.
Yeah, he typifies the modern-day fullback. He's like a winger.
Quick as well.
He's win a game in attack. You see that with his touches here, look, up and down. That's like a winger, helping out his fullback.
He commits you, though, doesn't he? He doesn't take the easy option, turn out and pass it into midfield. He commits you all the time. Neil Taylor knows he's been in the game there.
Yeah, I bet he does. The England manager made some crucial substitutions. Here he is with Gabby.
Roy, you just said you've calmed down. Have you really? That was some celebration.
No, I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? That we play so well against Russia and lose in the 93rd minute. And today we work so hard in the second half. We push and push and push, and it takes until the 92nd minute for us to get our goal. So it does go to show, I suppose, that as people try to tell us things do even out, but it's very rare to see them even out in the space of 2 games.
Wales were defending with all their hearts and all their might to try and hang on to that point.
Yeah. If I'd have been watching from afar and I wasn't involved with England and I was watching Wales play some other opponent, I'd have felt very sorry for them. But they'll have to excuse me for obviously not feeling sorry for them, because I want to be pleased for ourselves. But I've got to say, I thought it was, in particular in the second half, a very dominant performance. I thought we were very, pardon me, aggressive in our attacking play. I thought we were very bold in our attacking play, and it took a lot of incredibly good defending from the Wales back five to keep us out, but we got the 2 goals, so we go home happy, and I'm sure Chris won't be too disappointed with his team's performance, and like us, I'm sure he'll be looking forward to the knockout round.
And the substitutions, very early, you made the substitutions coming on straight after the break, and they pay dividends.
Well, we thought a lot about what the starting 11 should be, and of course we were aware that, you know, the game against Russia took something out of people, but I didn't really want to sort of start breaking eggs with a big stick. I thought I'd rather keep 1 or 2 up my sleeve. I wasn't actually counting on going a goal to 0 down, so I was rather hoping that we would see the first half out, maybe even in the lead, and then we would make our changes, but they were pushed onto me a little bit earlier maybe than normally, but it was always in our thoughts to bring Sturridge and Vardy on the field, and then it was always going to be someone like Wilshere or Rashford when you're looking for a goal.
What?
Managers, England managers in particular, generally a much maligned bunch, aren't they? Easily criticised, of course, but I think on this occasion, certainly, Roy Hodgson deserves a lot of credit for those very positive substitutions.
Yeah, I said it at half-time that his neck was on the line. He was up against it. He'd asked players to go out and do a job. They didn't do it in the first half, so he's well within his rights to say, you've had your turn, you're coming off, I'm going to put some fresh legs on. And he had to do that. We said he had to make it. We had to get some more legs up front and some more bodies up front, just to ask more questions of the back three. He did that, and as a manager, when you're looking that way, you're saying to the guys that come on, you've got to go and make an impact. You've got to go and change the game. And the guys that he put on did that. So yes, you're absolutely right. He deserves credit for doing that.
It's a treacherous business.
Well, the 2 players he put on are 2 of the best strikers in the best league in the world.
Yeah, it's nice to have that kind of artillery on the side.
Sturridge and Vardy who are on fire. Rashford's the best young player in Britain at the minute, and he's been able to bring him on as well.
Where does he go from here, though? Now, who does he play, Rio?
He's got a nice problem.
Yeah.
What do you do? Who do you pick? I mean, me personally, I'd throw the same guys in again. Straight, let them play.
Would you play all 3 strikers? I mean, if you count Rooney as well as a striker, even though he's playing in midfield, there's a lot of central strikers.
Listen, the confidence that these guys are going to get from that result, especially the way it finished, is huge.
Yeah.
You've got to control that. But again, sometimes just unleashing them, letting momentum in a tournament is so vital. They've got a little bit of that now. Let that continue. Taking it away, I don't think is the right way to go forward. I think they've got to let them keep playing. What it does as well, it tells other people, these guys have got a good squad. They've got people that can come in and make an impact and change a game.
I mean, Harry Kane's had a wonderful season, but I suspect he might lose his place. He looks a little bit jaded, doesn't he?
Yeah, possibly, but he's still...
A lot of games this season.
Yeah, a lot of games. Plays up top, predominantly on his own for Spurs. Does a lot of running, too much running for me sometimes, rather than just playing in between the boxes and being a number 9, being a centre forward. But it's a long tournament. England will qualify now through to the knockout stages, so he'll still have a part to play, Harry Kane.
Certainly will. Well, you can see highlights of Northern Ireland versus Ukraine and Germany against Poland on BBC 2 at 11:15. Live commentary, of course, on 5 Live. Tomorrow, the Czech Republic take on Croatia. BBC 1, 4:45. There's highlights of Italy, Sweden and Spain, Turkey at 11:25. And if you miss anything...
Does anyone speak French in it?
Plus ça change, la même chose.
Time's nearly up. Final thoughts from all of you, Alan?
Positive day, positive second half. He had to make changes. He did. Deserves credit for that. Hopefully, they can now kick on and put in some more better performances.
John, Welsh perspective, still in it?
Yeah, of course, still in the competition. A valiant effort today, just not quite worked for them. England were the better team. So, in a nutshell, the better team won today.
Important thing for Wales is lifting the players after that late defeat.
Yeah, well, playing England with all the players they've got, if we'd have got a result, it would have been an unbelievable result. So, can't let that knock us sideways. Onto the Russian game, try and get a result.
Rio, very briefly, can England win it?
I wouldn't go that far, but we've got momentum and that's key.
It certainly is. Thanks all of you. Thank you very much indeed. That's it from us. It's honours even between England and Wales after Vardy and Sturridge spoil Wales's party. Goodbye.
They can say we're a small nation and England's a big nation.
It's going to be a typical British derby game.
I never said they didn't have passion or pride. I just feel we have more.
That's my dog's bigger than your dog.
We're a better team, we've got better players, and want to show what we're capable of doing against the old enemy.
We thrive off that, makes us that bit more hungry to do well.
Do your talking when the whistle goes. His talk's cheap.
3 Lions, 1 Dragon. It sounds like the stuff of legend.
Something to me.
Sterling hairs into the box, and Sterling can't keep it down. Bale. Walker couldn't dare risk challenging him.
On the wire.
Rooney's lifting one towards Cahill.
Love I'll never find. Let's hang through the fire.
Daniel Sturridge. Sturridge scores! Talk about passion. This England team have it in bucket loads. It's a win for St George and defeat for the Dragon.